Today we're going to talk about function notation, and we're going to use the Desmos Evaluating Functions Among Us edition. So if you don't have that open right now, you should go and open it up, because we're going to be going back and forth between this video and the Desmos. So really quickly, function notation is just another way of writing an equation, thinking of the inputs and outputs of a function. So a normal equation would be like y equals 2x plus 4. And now, instead of using the y to represent the output, we're going to write something called f of x. And the way you say this is f of x, meaning that it's a function of x. And then everything else is the same. You'll be using this in high school for different types of math that you do. And so in 8th grade, we just do a very quick little introduction to the notation and how to use it. So for example, if you are given f of 5, notice that the 5 is in that same place as the x. And so what that really is saying is that x equals 5. And so to solve this, you would just do 2, except instead of x, you would write 5. Now, quick question, what operation is there between 2 and x? Yep, it would be multiplication. That is, again, a key piece. So here we would just do 2 times x, which is 10, plus 4, which is 14. What I'm going to do is for every screen, and actually this is actually screen 3, but it's clue 1. So you can go in, do screens 1 and 2. They're just silly, sort of for fun. And then if you want to watch this and then try screen 3 after. This is not exactly screen 3. I use different numbers to teach it to you, and then you can go and try it on your own. So again here, it's f of 5. So I'm going to take that 5, substitute it in for that x. Be careful that to notice that that is negative. So we would do negative 2 times 5 plus 10. So negative 10, because negative 2 times 5 is negative 10, plus 10 would give me 0. So now take a second and go back and do screen 3. So this one is actually not screen 3, it's clue 2, I think screen 4, but clue 2 is the key piece. So this one is a little bit different in that there's just that fraction. So I just wanted to remind you, when you're multiplying by something like 1/2, remember you're just taking half of whatever x is. So here we would do 1/2 times the value of x, which is negative 6, plus 9. So 1/2 of negative 6 is negative 3. So my final answer would be 6. So go back and try that one on Desmos. So this should be screen 6, clue 3. And before we do that, I want to just look at these two situations. Remember that when you're squaring something, that you're multiplying it by itself 2 times. So this would mean that it's negative 5 times negative 5. Oh, that is a multiplication. Which then remember that a negative times a negative is a positive, and 5 times 5 is 25. What would this one be? Yep, negative 3 times negative 3 would equal positive 9. So let's look at this example problem. There we go. So here, x is negative 2, so I'm going to rewrite that 5, except we'll put negative 2 in parentheses. Now notice that it's just negative 2 being squared. The 5 is not squared. So this would be negative 2 times negative 2, which would be 4. So really it's 5 times 4, minus 3, 20 minus 3, or 17. So now go back to the Desmos and try that one. So this one, screen 7, clue 4, I am going to just practice multiplying with fractions for a second. Remember, when I'm multiplying by a fraction, I would do 2/3 and I would change that 9 to a fraction. And then remember that I can simplify diagonally. So I can look at the 3 and the 9, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. And then I just multiply straight across. So 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. So my answer is 6. Try it with this one. So we would write it as 3 over 7 times 14 over 1. And then I can simplify diagonally. So 7 goes into 14 twice. And then 3 times 2 is 6 over 1, but we'll just write 6. I didn't quite mean to have the same answer on both those, but okay, so let's look at the example problem. Here we have x as being 20. So we'll do 3/5 times 20 minus 4. We would write 20 over 1, and then we can simplify diagonally. 5 goes into 20 4 times, and 3 times 4 is 12, minus 4, so it gives me 8. So go try this one on Desmos. We ran out of time in class, so I am just actually going to give you the answers for the next 4 screens so that you can read the final story. So just take these and fill them in. Really, our main point of this lesson was for you to get comfortable in function notation and to review a couple other small things. So I think you are good with that, and so I think that's it. So go back, fill in your answers, and we are all set. Have a great day.